Once your sculpture is completely painted the way you would like and dry, you are ready to add the finishing details. Now you have some options for what your details can be. One option is to use what is going to be kind of like a drizzle. I have a couple different shades of brown and a couple other more colorful colors if you would like to use them. We also have some faux or fake sprinkles. Some of them are beads, but then we have an assortment of cut wire to look like longer, thinner sprinkles. So how you decide to do this is completely up to you. I would, like always, just recommend that you be conservative. Before you get started, you will need to cover your workspace with newspaper. If you would like to work on top of some newsprint as well, you can. Now when using the drizzle, this is an acrylic paint and glue mixture. It is meant to come out thin, but be a little bit thicker than the paint. So you're just going to gently squeeze that there on top. If you would like to use more than one color, that is fine, but you don't want to go overboard. But I'm going to use 2 colors just to add some interest and variety to my project. Now that will be a little bit more three-dimensional in the fact that it has that glue mixed there in with the paint. It will still be shiny as it dries since the acrylic paint is in there. Now once your drizzle is dry, then you would be ready to add some sprinkles. The sprinkles, you will then use white glue on top of what you've got and place the sprinkles right on top of the glue. Now I have let the mixture of glue and paint dry. You can see that it is still a little bit 3D. It is still a little bit shiny based on what it is made out of. And now I'm ready to add some sprinkles. Now the rounder pieces of sprinkles are called seed beads. They are made out of glass. And like I already mentioned, the longer pieces are cut up pieces of wire. If you would like to use that kind of sprinkle, you may have to do a little bit of extra work in preparing. No matter your choice, you're going to be using white glue to attach them. And again, please remember to be conservative since we have a lot of people working on this project. Now, whatever you don't use, I do ask that you try to collect so that we can still use it. So I'm just going to put a small amount of white glue on top of my drizzle. And I'm not going to put it everywhere because I still want a lot of my detail to be in that glaze that I have there on top. And then I'm going to take my sprinkles of choice and sprinkle them right on top of where I have that glue. As the glue dries, remember that it will dry clear and it should not have any effect on anything else on your project. Now since we are using acrylic paint, we will not actually need to varnish these pieces. Varnish would protect the paint. It would also make the finish a little bit shinier, but the acrylic paint is strong enough that we should not need to protect it. So after you've gathered your materials and added sprinkles and decorations, put back what we know someone else can use, your project would be officially complete and needs to dry, and you would be ready to fill out an artist statement.